Thank you so much for 100 subscribers. I am so thankful for this milestone. It just makes me feel really accomplished. 100 subscribers is, people may not really put it in their head, but like, it's not just a number. This is a lot of people that have subscribed to me because they like my content. And that is really, really nice to think. In case you didn't know, we're doing a Q&A. It's in the title. I don't know why you wouldn't know. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the questions. Question number 1 comes from Alumation Productions. He says, so, what is your favorite family of dinosaurs, and what is your favorite taxa of that group? Even if it's not your favorite dinosaur of all time. For example, his is Albelosaurus, with the pronunciation thing being my favorite, but Australander is my favorite taxa ever. My personal ones are the Coelophysis and the Abelisaurs, with Coelophysis and Majungasaurus being both of my favorites from those both groups. The next question comes from the Bermuda 303. He asks, what figures are you planning to get this year? I want to get the collect of Fukisaurus and Allosaurus, so the Allosaurus is a little weird. And I want to get better quality Sepharothidea Monolophosaurus, Ceratosaurus, and Carcharodontosaurus. And probably some new Carnegie models. I'm not really sure. I also want the Papostea Moloch and the Parasaurolophus, but the Sticky can wait just in case. For Mattel, I definitely want that Cryolophosaurus and the Tarbosaurus. The next question comes from Digilspiggy028. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Favorite fossil rock formation? For example, Hell Creek or Morrison. Dumpleless Chalk is one of my favorites because it has Apalachisaurus, which may or not be my favorite dinosaur. If I was to look for more diversity, I would say the Lorne Formation in Portugal because both it and the Midwestern United States had like the same type of creatures living there, just with slight variations, which I think is very interesting. The next question comes from Typhonigator. He asks, do you write scripts for your series, or do you just kind of play year by year when you're in the field filming? I write scripts for my series and projects and tend to memorize those scenes I need to film. I've also added the script mid-production though, so if there's something I'm filming and you realize, hey, this doesn't really work, I'll film an extra thing and plug it in there to sort of make it feel more complete. Because when I scripted Land of the Ancients, which is the series going on right now, which is currently on a break because the weather will cooperate with me, it's got some weird plot holes I had to fill in, so the script's a bit of a mess. Typhonigator asked another question, who would win in a fight, Pachycephalosaurus or Camelops? I think Pachycephalosaurus could put up a pretty good fight, but Camelops had some pretty good kicks too, so I'd say it's pretty split. Now we have a few questions from Tyrannorex792.000. He asks, what are your top 5 favorite dinosaurs? My favorite is Apalachisaurus, my second favorite is Ceratosaurus, the next is Patagotitan, the next is Allosaurus, and the next is Suchomimus or Spinosaurus. It kind of depends on what mood I'm in. He then asks what my favorite Cenozoic creatures are. Paraceratherium is definitely number 1, then Red Panda, you just said Cenozoic, I can plug in here what I want. Then Basilosaurus, Megatherium, and then probably Entelodon after that. He then asks, who is your favorite character in your show? My personal favorites are Tolucas, Julie, Basil, and the Mother Ionosaurus who doesn't have a name. Other than that, I feel like the characters are kind of weak, but I am looking forward to making them better characters in future productions. He then asks, as his final question, who's your favorite character in Dinosaur Island? I'll put a link in the description for those who have no idea what the heck this is. I have always been fond of the Dromeasaurs family, as they're part of this first season I watched. I like Silas for the same reason as well. The next question comes from Lucan Wood. He asks, what is your favorite YouTuber besides yourself? First off, I will never consider myself the best YouTuber because there's a lot of people who are better than me at what I do. Well, I don't really want to pick big people. I do like Benji Thomas. That's a pretty good science channel. I also like Clayton Foriorti. I hope I'm saying that right. But for a little smaller channels, I like Tyrant's Domain and Jurassic Plastic. Our next question comes from the new Master Dromeotheropod Club. He asks, if you found a dinosaur, what would you name it? You can pick 3 overall types, Hadrosaurus, Dromeasaurs, etc. I would definitely name an Argentina sauropod or a bellisaurid after the late paleontologist Jose Bonaparte. I would name a Tyrannosaur, Oscar Tyrannus, or Killer Tyrant. And a Carcharodontosaurus something that meant Destroyer of Worlds. This question comes from Coleosaurus Dickinsoni. He asks, how did you originally get interested in dinosaurs? Okay, let's start this question's answer. I gained a fluency disorder when I was around 3 or so, and I needed some help, so I went to a specialist, and they had a lot of cool dinosaur books and some very hilarious looking Chinosaurs. As one of my exercises, as I was getting into dinosaurs, I would line up my old Safari LCD and Schleich figures and go, this is Dinosaur Spinosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus, blah, 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 blah. I have worked through my disorder, though it does come up a little bit, so I have had to take care of it. Some of my older figures I had during those days were the Carnegie Dinosaurs, the Papa T-Rex, which I still have, the Papa Velociraptor, the Schleich Atlas, the Safari Liopleurodon, and the Papa Allosaurus. Most of the time when I put in my dinosaur toys, I would kind of reading that level for time sequels, as if there weren't enough of those already. When I was approaching the age of 10, I kind of drifted away from dinosaurs to other interests such as Mixels and Smurfs. Smurfs faded away, though I still have a little soft spot for Mixels. So yeah, during that whole period, I just kind of forgot about dinosaurs, and may or may not have put all of my old collection. It's sent it off to my cousins, who live in a very distant state. So yeah, all of my old collection is gone. Kinda sad. As I moved back into dinosaurs, I watched Jurassic Park for the first time, and I loved it. I didn't watch it when I was little because I thought it was weird having humans and dinosaurs coexisting. Also, around that time, I got some Schleich figures, such as my Schleich T-Rex, and my other Schleich T-Rexes. I have a lot of them. Then I watched Dinosaur Island Season 2, Episode 1, and well, the rest is history. The next question comes from Diablo Tyrannus. He asked, if Safari would let you choose whatever dinosaur you wanted for the 2021 lineup, what would it be? Well, I would like an Appalachiosaurus. It wouldn't make sense in the business terms because they just released another Tyrannosaurid. So if I was to go for another type of dinosaur, I would definitely do an updated Acrocanthosaurus or a new Brontosaurus because that G is not valid. The last and most important question comes from Artsy Dilo. He asked, do you like the turtles? So yeah, that's pretty much it for all the questions. Thank you for submitting them, guys, and thank you for 100 subscribers. For those wondering, yes, episode 8 is still being worked on editing-wise. I'm still waiting out the weather, but hopefully I can get it out soon. In the meantime, make sure to check out the review website, link in the description, and the Land of the Ancients website, link in the description. And yeah, thank you so much for 100 subscribers. This means a lot to me, and I thank you for subscribing. It's Dinoxels, signing out.